Hello and welcome back to Pass the Syrup, but not your regular Pass the Syrup, a new, updated, fresh Pass the Syrup. We've gone all out, all action, six of us. So if you're listening to this, um, at some point you'll hear six different voices, I guess. That's the best way I can think to confirm there are six of us here. We're really mixing it up with styling. It's going to be fun. There's going to be frolics. It's going to be wildly authentic. We're going to hear from some great agents and Chris. So, first things first, I'd like to introduce my co-host for the next four episodes of Pass the Syrup, the one, the only Harry Truman, president of Arla Property Mark and group lettings director at Andrews. This is a big deal for Harry more than the rest of us. Harry, my co-host, how are you?
I'm
Please,
very good. Thank
over
you for
to
inviting
you.
me. Yeah, thanks for inviting me to be your first ever co-host of this, Ben. I am honored. I think that was possibly the best message I've ever received this year. So hopefully I can, hold the mantle up of pass the syrup, make sure it's a good one, or good four.
I have no doubt, no pressure, but if it all goes wrong, it is on you.
The pressure is intense. Yeah, it is. I didn't sleep last night, to be honest.
Join the club, actually. Yeah, okay, all right, good. Well, let's go over to our guests. First, in the bright yellow corner, the saviour of the day, Wendy. Say hello to tell everyone who you are, where you are, and what you do.
Who am I? Wendy Peterman. I'm at Peterman's Estate Agents, which is based in Herne Hill. And I am sitting on this couch talking to you.
Lovely, beautiful. What a beautiful start. Saviour of the day, Wendy stepped up at the last minute to help us out. In the deep, rich red corner, we have Sarah.
Hi
Sarah,
there.
who are you? Tell us who you are. Where are you?
I am Sarah Hood. I am working with Belvoir at the moment, and I am currently in a car park in Aldershot. Take that as you will.
Interesting. Interesting. And so, obviously, we film these episodes in advance, so the audience won't know that we're filming this at 11:30 p.m. at night, and Sarah is in a car park on her own. Very nice. Now we have in the sort of mushroom-coloured corner, Chris. So solid. How are you? Who are you? Where are you from? Introduce yourself, sir.
Want me to wrap it?
Yes, we would love that.
Yes.
I'll save that for you personally, Ben. Thanks for having me on again. My name is Chris Buckler. I am a self-employed estate agency geek, is the best way to describe me. I just sold my business, the estate agency, to TA UK, and I'm now playing all out, helping TA UK grow and become the best self-employed model in the UK. That's the plan.
Ding, ding, ding. There you go. First pitch of the day. Of course, it was going to be Chris. Of course. We'll edit that out.
Is that a minus points for that, Ben?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I think it is. I think
Just
it
so
is
you know,
a minus.
everyone, I am the Carol Alderman. I am collecting points for everyone, so I might put a little minus there, Chris. Sorry for that pitch.
That's tough. I liked you, Pre.
You are also Sporty Spice to Ben's Posh Spice. Let's not forget that.
I did
critical detail.
I slut dropped in Russell's face. So I don't know if that's plus points.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
For agents giving. So there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's a plus, but there we go. And then finally, we have in the sort of deep royal blue of Spurs corner, Amy.
I felt that.
Amy, please introduce yourself, my dear.
I mean, I can't even right now.
Amy's logged off.
I mean, all I'm going to say is 3-0 Real Madrid. Boom. You know, women still in the Champions League, also playing this week in the semi-final. I mean, I'm just going to go on. Apart from the fact of being a huge Arsenal fan and Tottenham hater, I work in the world of anti-money laundering and compliance with Smart Compliance. Previous to that, agent for 16 years. So 21 years deep now in this awesome world with you lovely lot.
21 years deep. We've got So Solid Crew bottom right. We've got 21 years deep. It's all going off. All right. So in our new format, it's not just going to be random chat. It's going to be organised fun, just like a stag do that nobody wants to be on. So
lovely.
First piece of organised fun is a game. sort of ripped off from some other shows. I'm sure I came up with it originally.
Hang on a minute. You've
Go
got 4
on.
females on this call.
This is a
Why are you
hen
mentioning this is a
party.
hen do, not a stag?
Oh,
You guys
yeah,
are
good
way
point, Amy.
overruled.
Did you
Yeah.
not go to Women in Estate Agency, Ben?
I don't know what I mean. It's
Yeah, I mean,
equality
because
nonsense.
these 4 women
Jeez.
did, and yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah. I'm happy to be on a hen do. Actually, I think hen do's are probably more enjoyable. Stag do's are freaking hard work. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like I'm talking 16 hours of lager and sambucas. That's tough. You know, that's
A hen do is pretty similar. It's just 60 hours of prosecco and sambucas.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
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 Although
That's me. I'm so old, I can't even remember the last hen do I went on.
Yeah,
I will
sort of.
say, hen do WhatsApp groups are my personal hell. Absolutely, I
Mm.
can't be doing with a hen do WhatsApp group. Absolutely not.
I just don't know why people make plans on a stag do. I mean, Chris, I'm assuming you've been on some stag do's. I don't know if any of you guys have found yourself on a stag do, but you never ever do anything that's planned. You wake up the
But just
second day
this,
and everyone
that's
says,
why.
"Should we
Hold
go
up,
play
wait a minute.
football?"
Apart from go to the strip club, because that's always
Well,
clearly planned, isn't it?
well, yeah. I mean, the strip club is a real 50-50. It splits the group because half the group are like, "I'm just not into that."
Mm.
It's much more expensive for a pint of lager there, so I may as well just have it over there. But like, why would you organise an event for a group of men that are hungover and just want to sit in an old Irish boozer and watch football, which is always what it is, you know? Anyway, sorry, this is just me complaining about the last 10 years of stags. At this stage, it's time to
Interesting,
play game number one.
interesting, Ben, that you knew it was split 50-50, but you also knew the pints were more expensive in the strip club. Just drop that.
Hey, look, I didn't tell you which side of the fence I was sitting on, buddy, but thanks for calling that out.
No worries.
Train of thought. Good. Finish
Sorry.
my sentence. This is the game, right? I'm going to give you the first half of the sentence. You 4 get to finish it. Now, you can finish it with a true story or a completely made up story. And Harry's going to judge, firstly, whether it's true or not. And if she's right, you tell her. If she's wrong, you tell her. And then you might get bonus points for the quality of the story, the fun, the silliness. And I would imagine you might get bonus points for going first because you're really getting caught on your heels right now with being put on the spot. So the start of the sentence is, I pretended I knew what I was doing when ... Who would like to go first? Oh, look at that. Tumbleweeds. This actually might need to be a podcast that we have to editing on.
Okay, I'll go first because
Go on, Wendy.
I'm just full of shit, really. Okay. I pretended that I knew what I was doing when I thought it was a great idea to go hang gliding.
Okay, we're going to need some more detail there.
So yeah, Harry gets 3 questions to each of you
Okay.
to
What's the
assess
question?
whether you're telling the truth.
Okay,
But that is very loose.
question number 1 is, where did you go hang gliding?
I went hang gliding in Tenerife.
Okay. Question number 2, why did you go hang gliding?
It seemed a really good idea at the time, but might not have been such a good idea at the end.
Okay, last question. Why was it not a good idea at the end? You're really dragging this detail.
Because the landing was a bit stressful, and I landed and broke my foot.
Okay.
Oh, tragic.
Tragic. Just
Yeah.
just
You know what, though?
you know,
Whatever.
I mean, Wendy, I've got nothing but love. You stepped up when we needed you. You've gone first on the game. But I was expecting like property related.
Oh, okay. Well, I could give you one, but that's much more.
No, it's good.
This is miles better.
This is interesting. I think you've got Harry snookered here. I'm interested. Do you want to answer Wendy now, or do you want to hear all 4 and then give feedback, Harry?
She's got one more question.
No, I have
okay.
3.
Oh, haven't you?
Yeah, I did my 3. It was
Oh, okay.
where, why,
Why?
what happened at
What
the
went
end.
wrong? Yeah.
I think I might do feedback at the end once I've heard them
Okay.
all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Do it.
So I pretended I knew what I was doing when I went on a first date with a guy. This was about 10 years ago. And he was an avid skier. And I pretended that I knew how to ski as well. And we talked about skiing, and I was making it up and didn't come up again for a good 6 months when he said, because we actually stayed in touch and were seeing each other by this point, why don't you come skiing with me and my friends this weekend? And I said, I'm skiing.
Okay, this is a great example of pretending to be something you're not at the start of a date and then having to carry it through the rest of your life. So, question number 1. Did you hastily take skiing lessons?
No.
Okay. Question number 2. Did you go on the ski trip?
I did.
Question number 3. Did you do a Bridget Jones? And
It didn't go particularly. I figure skated before, and I figured would be fairly similar. It wasn't. I'm scared of heights as well, I want to just point out. So really, this was a really, really poor idea. So I think I managed we were only there for 3 or 4 days, and I think I managed 2 or 3 very small little runs and just spent the rest of the time admiring the view, really.
okay, all right. Thank
I mean,
you.
that sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, you just did après ski, didn't you? But without the ski
Basically,
before.
Back
yeah.
to Hindus, hey.
Hindus, yeah.
I was 21. I was just like, this is great fun, just not skiing.
Nice. That's my sort of ski trip.
Yeah, skiing
Yeah.
holiday minus skiing. Okay.
Yeah, if only I'd known Meg then, I would have phoned Meg and said, Meg, teach me to ski.
A friend of mine hooked up with a girl one evening years and years ago, like early 20s. So, yeah, I guess only 3 years ago. And he dated her for the best part of a year under a fake name.
Wow.
He gave her a silly name because he thought it was funny. It was like a far-fetched Italian name. He thought that was funny. And then he liked her and he carried on dating her. Then he met her parents really quickly and didn't mean to. Wasn't planned. They were there. He met them and had to introduce himself under that name. And at that point, he'd gone too far. There was no coming back.
Mm.
And I think he really liked her. But he had to walk away because he had a fake name.
He could have changed his name.
Oh, let's
That's
get back in
terrible.
touch now.
He's married now. But yeah, tricky situation. Don't make
We
up
didn't
fake
stay
names.
together long after that, by the way.
Mm.
Did he ever rumble? This is an extra question, but did he ever rumble you?
Yeah, I was rumbled pretty quickly, yeah.
Okay.
Nice. All right. Buckler, over to you.
I pretended to know what I was doing when I went on X Factor.
Oh,
Stop.
no.
Somebody find that clip right now.
YouTube.
Okay. What was your audition song? Your first one?
Wasn't a song.
Go on.
What was it then?
I've just realised I'm obviously lying because it was Britain's Got
Yeah,
Talent.
that's why we just rumbled you. X Factor is all about the singing.
Turns out
Even more minus points for Chris.
I mean, proper estate agent.
I was going to say, how have
agent
you
there.
got anywhere in a state agency, like lying at the first hurdle?
I know, tell me about it. You can tell I've got integrity. I'm just not used to lying, where some of you have it easy. So yeah.
Wow. I can't work out who he was looking at there. The camera's it's just moving around so much, it's hard to tell who you're trying to make eye contact with.
It's like one of your new filming gigs, eh, Ben?
For anyone who's just listening and not watching, Chris's camera is following him around the room and he's rocking around quite a lot, and it's like being on a ship.
You know, like in Scooby-Doo, when the painting's eyes follow you around.
Yeah. And also, you've gone for a particular palette, really, haven't you? You've gone it's almost everything has got a mushroomy feel to it.
It's giving neutral.
Everything.
There is that picture you and me had done down the bottom, Ben.
Oh, yeah. That looks like me, yeah.
Yeah.
That's me on the left, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sophie T fan, Chris?
Pardon me? Yeah.
Sophie T fan?
Yeah. She's everywhere. She's splashed all over my walls.
Wonderful.
Indeed.
Oh,
We'll talk about this
good
another
birthday.
time.
Amy, big finish, round one. What you got for us?
Quite boring, really. Okay, so I pretended I knew what I was doing when I wrote about the progression of feminism within the Bond films for my dissertation at university.
Oh my
Obsessed with that.
God.
That's probably, how long was it? Not very, I imagine.
What, the dissertation?
Well, yeah, the progression of
35
feminism through
pages
Bond.
typed.
Wow.
How many pages?
35.
Mm.
Even remember, New Times Roman, font size 12.
The classics. The classics being thrown out there. Oh, I haven't had Times Roman in years.
All right. So Amy, what course were you doing to have to do the progression of feminism in Bond films?
New business
Phil?
media practices.
Okay. And what mark did you get for your dissertation?
I actually blagged a 2-1 by
Wow.
0.7%, and I'm so proud of that.
That's really good. What other questions have I got? How did you conclude your dissertation? How has feminism progressed through Bond films?
Well, it has actually gone in line with Bond films. So if
Ah.
you look at Bond films when it starts, where you've got Pussy Galore walking out in quite a small bikini, through to, well, when I was at university, so Halle Berry had just
Yeah.
kicked Goldeneye, Pierce Brosnan's butt
Yes.
in that one. So it had gone from like, yeah, the women just being like a pretty accessory through to actually fighting Bond.
Badass. Yeah, Halle Berry. Great shout.
Yeah, because I remember them making a big, huge thing about it. The fact that Halle Berry had a knife on her bikini. They were like, oh, it's like a new thing. Like, it's a woman with a weapon.
Wow.
When clearly all of you guys, every time you go swimming, you've got a knife stuck down somewhere. Obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Never leave home without one.
Amy, did you write about Thumper and Hunter, was it?
Oh. Pull at that thread, Chris. What is it?
Like he goes in and there's
Is that the Golden Gun?
I can't remember that one of them's
That
hanging on
one.
something and she puts him in a like MMA triangle and chokes him and they both are kind of beating him up.
I mean, this is
robotically.
like over 20 years ago for me now.
Yeah, but it was a famous one that I think would go in there. That's why I asked the question. It was like quite a big scene.
Can't remember.
Does that mean it's a lie?
Mm.
Trying to help out, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so Ben, what do I need to do now? Do I need to like
I
get
think
into the lies and give
yeah.
a point?
Let's hear your feedback and get
Okay.
and find out.
So I don't think Wendy's is a lie because she went first, and I feel like she went for it. So I think Wendy's is true, and I also think she deserves a point for going first. So I think
Wendy,
Sarah's.
was it true, Wendy?
Partly.
Don't know if you understood the game, Wendy.
You're killing me, Wendy. This is what?
Oh shit! What was I meant to say? True or false?
Yes or no?
Oh,
This is old school agency. Is it
Shit.
a lie? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is agency is best. What was the truth and what was not the truth, Wendy?
Yeah.
well, you
Okay,
can.
I did go hang gliding. It was absolutely brilliant, actually, although I did nearly kill the instructor because he said run off the mountain and I stopped and then he screamed at me. But I didn't break my foot when I landed.
Oh.
So the
Okay.
sentence was I
I don't
pretended I
even know
knew
why
what
I
I was
thought of that.
doing when I hang glided. So you were pretending you knew what you were doing, I guess.
Yeah, and then I absolutely had a massive freak out and didn't want to do it, but it was all too late.
Harry, I'm glad you're the judge here because I've got nothing.
I think I'm going to award a point there for Wendy because she went first.
Okay.
Oh, thank
1
you.
point. I think Sarah's was the truth. And also I can really picture Sarah pretending to ski. And then
In
avoiding.
leopard skin pants or?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
leopard skin head to toe. And then just avoiding it and going to the bar. Sarah, true or false?
Well, it's funny you said about Bridget Jones because Harry, that's where I got the story from. It was a lie.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wowzers.
Lie.
Should
So
have
I
done
know
that.
someone in mine and Sarah's world that is an absolute true story. And I think that's where she stole it from.
Well,
maybe.
Yeah. Well,
Well
I pitched
played.
it from Bridget
Well
Jones,
played.
as I do all of my life occurrences.
All right, that's got to be 5 points then for Sarah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well
I'll
played.
take 5 points.
Chris, I've already awarded you a -5. Sorry.
What about the fact
Yes.
that likes have integrity? Surely that's on for estate agents. That's plus points.
Well, it was a -3, but then you got a -2 for pitching at the start. So yeah, sorry, you're already on -5.
Yeah, glad I showed up today.
And Amy, this could be a really good swerve here. It could. I'm gonna go that it's a truth, not a lie.
I'm afraid, I'm really sorry, my fellow women in the estate agency committee. Yeah, I knew nothing about feminism.
Oh.
And I took it all from books and copy and pasted stuff off the internet and somehow actually got away with it. I think I was just before the era where they actually started like stopping that.
That's got to be 5 points for you then, Amy, as well. So at the moment we've got Sarah on 5, Wendy on 1, Amy on 5, and Chris on -5.
That is how I like to hear it. That is so we set this up. Good work, Buckler. Okay, right, next round. This is a quick fire one. You've got 30 seconds. So Chris, you get to go first as you're losing. How much is this worth? Okay, I'm going to describe you a property from a particular era in a particular area. You have to guess what you think it may have been worth if it was on the market at that time. And Harry will give out points as she sees fit. And if you've got some sort of justification for your pricing, that may help with your points. So, 3-bed semi in Basingstoke in 1983.
Oh, wow.
Buckler.
Oh.
£45,000.
Oof. Wendy.
Yeah.
Same. 3-bed semi in Basingstoke, 1983. How much?
£30,000.
30. Oof.
Okay.
Okay. Amy?
I know how much my parents paid for their house, and they're not that far from Basingstoke in the 1980s. That's £32,000.
Oof. Sarah?
Now, I feel a bit biased because I've worked in Basingstoke for a long time.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, this is not a setup, I assure you. One of you works in Basingstoke, and your parents owned a property in the 80s in Basingstoke. This is really not a setup. Okay, sorry, Sarah.
And I think it depends which bit, because some of it's really shit and some of it's all right. So assuming we're going to average, I think
typical suburban semi.
I think a 3-bed semi now in Basingstoke must probably be somewhere between 350 and 370, as a guess. So I would say in 1985, did you say?
83.
83. I wasn't born until 94, so I'm also at a disadvantage. So in 83, I'm going to say £21,000.
Sorry, 1994. That's absolutely terrifying. Just putting it out there.
I'm 30 years old and was born in 94. That's awful.
Yeah,
Trust me,
yeah,
it's not that bad.
awful.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, try the rest of us, Sarah. Okay. So the actual price of a typical suburban semi-detached house in Basingstoke during early 1983, considering the impact of the early 1980s recession on property prices and suburban growth trends, was approximately £35,000. Some unbelievable guesses.
Very close. So Amy's going to get that then with 32.
Phenomenal.
Amy.
I did work the Reading market for like 16 years. So.
Yeah, it's basically cheating, really.
Yeah, basically.
How many points do you think we should award for this? Also, do you think we should award the loser with a minus?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, didn't he? What do you have? 45,000. Yeah.
Oh, well, Chris had 45. But Sarah had 21, so
I had 21. That's quite a
yeah.
way off.
Yeah, sorry.
Sarah's
When you said the loser, I thought you were just talking about Chris. I didn't realize.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Me too.
Sorry.
Okay. Thanks for
Didn't
putting me
plan to
first
gang
on
up
that
on
one,
you,
Ben.
Chris.
Duly noted as well.
Just so you know, this has just naturally happened that we're ganging up on you. We didn't plan this at all.
Kind of did
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, easy peasy. Okay, Harry, points.
5 points for Amy, and then a -2 for Sarah for being the last. 0
Oh.
for Wendy and Chris.
Okay. Okay. All right, big finish. So this is the last one. Maybe to give it some thought. Is pick your dream team. Okay. You get to have your own agency, and you can have 3 people in that agency, and they can be anyone you want. So it could be people you work with right now, people you worked with in the past. It might be superstars you see in the world of agency on a podcast with you right now with a blue background. It might be famous people. It could be roles. So I don't know. I want someone who would be amazing at X, but you don't necessarily know the person, or maybe you do know a person that could fit that role. It's you plus 3 to build the best agency ever. And I can't be in all your teams, okay? Just so you know. So, Chris, do you want some time? I feel like you need.
I will go first. If listen, I've got to claw it back. I don't think I will because it's a setup, but that's fine. The first person I would go with is an Australian gentleman called John McGrath, who has been pretty instrumental in transforming Australian real estate, and certainly on the East Coast, what he's done within Sydney and surrounds has been incredible. I would pick someone that none of you are going to know, a guy called Peter Chabris, who is an excellent realtor in Cincinnati, Ohio. He's a previous mentor of mine, and he's incredible. And I would pick my wife, who is the best agent I know.
Oh.
Whoa! He's desperately trying to pull this one back, isn't he? Not even subtle. Okay, all right. Yeah, I respect it, Chris. I respect it.
You didn't like to. That was a strong answer. You didn't like that, did you?
No, I got. There's nothing really. I got nothing for you there. You're meant to set him up and knock him out of the park, but you've absolutely tucked me in behind the yellow there. Sarah, you look like you're ready. You're pumped. You're charged. You're ready to go.
Well, I was literally scrolling my phone book to see who can I phone.
I was doing the same.
So was I.
So I would pick, first of all, now trying to work out which of the 2 I want, but I think I want Kirsty Allsop out of the 2, which does leave Phil Spencer open for someone else. And the only reason I've not picked Phil is because I really fancy him and I think there'd be a conflict of interest there. So I picked Kirsty because Queen, love her. Then because he is my Agents Together mentor and I don't want anyone else nabbing him first, I'm going to have Simon Gates, please. Then I will also have... Oh, who do I pick third? I think I would pick my Romans co-manager from when I was there, guy that you probably wouldn't know, a guy called Alistair Scorer, who is still at Romans, and we were the yin to each other's yang. He was my Ron Swanson to my Leslie Knope, and I just adore him. So I pick those 3, please.
Nice, strong. Amy, you're up.
Absolutely.
Sol Campbell.
Huh? Don't worry. Didn't hear you. I have this issue with listening sometimes. People's voices just drone out.
State agency.
So obviously, a bit like Chris, I would have to have my beautiful partner Vicky as the MD running the show. She does that. She's quite good at doing that. Like,
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Can't really, say anything else there. Marketing wise, absolutely, of course, have to say Kirsty Franks, like
Queen.
Marketing extraordinaire. Literally. I'd probably have to add like PVS and Toby Martin onto that just as like underneath
Toby,
her.
I should have done Toby.
Because
That's too
dream
many
team.
though. That's not
I know.
three.
I'm just thinking like
Yeah.
pyramid, like,
No.
and then, but for me, ultimate lister, love her to pieces because she just says it how it is, and she absolutely kills it down in the Devon market. Katie Griffin.
Okay, strong team there.
Could be.
Yeah.
Seeing a bit of a trend here. People starting to play. People boxing clever. Chris, I'm not sure you box clever, mate. You've got some big names that people have never heard of.
Don't want to go with it, yeah. And it's a good job I didn't do 3 miles as well. I don't think that would have gone down well with the audience, the panel today. So
Well, I mean, yeah. Look, we've got to have representation, Chris. Okay.
that's it.
Ben, you're just sad no one's picked you yet, aren't you?
Well, I think yes, I am. Yeah, is the short answer.
Okay.
Go on, Wendy. Do we got to do, babe?
Okay. This might not make you happy, Ben.
Solid.
Ben, none of us
I
want to work
would
in the fine and
pick-
country world.
Yeah.
I'm a
I
digital
would
marketer now.
definitely have Michelle Gallagher in my estate agency as
Oh,
because she is one of my heroes.
literally.
And
Love her.
she's so good at everything. I really wish that I was as good at everything as she was. I would also have, who you may or may not know, Sean Adams, because I love what
Yes.
he's doing to fight Rightmove, but he's so professional and full of integrity and really good ideas. And for my last person, I don't know if any of you know Laura Howley, but I'd have
Who
her.
is she? Who is she?
She is part of the, she's got an agency called Love Property in Wales, and she does the most lovely marketing, beautiful marketing, and is a beautiful person as well.
Oh,
Oh,
So
Wendy,
there
that's so
you are.
lovely. You know what, though? We all know you're looking through your phone trying to find a third person, and she's who came up. We
No,
all
she
saw you
hasn't actually.
scrolling.
I was really
Look at her
worried
phone.
that I've actually said the wrong name because I can't find her.
She's so great, I don't even know her.
No, I do know her. She's lovely. She's lovely.
Okay. Well, Harry, this is a hard one to judge. I mean,
That
over
is a
to
hard
you.
one. Yeah, I think. So I'm going to discount Chris because no one knows who his are.
any excuse.
I think I'm going to choose Amy's team because I think that is a
Good
that is a
team.
lineup and a half. Vicky, Kirsty Franks, and Katie Griffin. That would be a business I'd be worried about as a competitor. So I think I'm going to choose Amy's team. So I'm going to give Amy 5 points.
Come on. It's the Arsenal winning again.
I'm going to dish out some other points though, because the other teams are good as well. So I think maybe 1 point for Chris, and then 2 points for Wendy and 2 points for Sarah.
Oh,
Give some more points.
Thank you.
As long as Chris came last, I think we're all happy. I think that's what's most important. Even if you try and put your wife in there, you creep, that's what you get. So, all right, Harry, we've reached the end
Yeah.
of our game show. Yeah, maybe I can live with that. Who was the winner?
The winner by far was Amy with 15.
Ooh.
Oh, look, I even have a little. Ooh, look. Ooh.
Oh, look,
Well done, Amy.
wow, not much of a
Not
setup.
bad.
You sent her the award before we started. Subtle, ladies. So now
we then had Sarah second, Wendy third, and Chris very last. Sorry, Chris.
you just really wanted to say that, didn't you? Just really
Yeah,
wanted.
I had to give up the order, obviously.
Mhm.
is Chris going to come on every episode and be like the QI's Alan Davis?
Oh, honestly, Sarah, I just couldn't. I couldn't handle it every episode. There's only so much of messages from this man I can take.
This has taken its emotional toll on me. I will be returning it.
Do you need therapy
rather
now?
than having actual Chris, we should just designate somebody to be a Chris every episode, so we can be
Bloody
like,
hell.
Great
"Episode
idea.
Chris."
We are
And
Good
all
idea.
future guests are going to be like, am I the Chris?
Yeah.
I think
They're
like
going to get a complex.
there's going to be HR issues in a minute. I think I'm going to be getting a strongly worded email from Chris.
You can't say who the Chris is going to be until the podcast starts, because otherwise whoever it is will say, "Oh, I don't want to do it anymore."
Hold on, let's decide right now who the Chris is going to be.
Who have you
Next
got next?
episode, which starts in 2 minutes. We've got Simon Ledbetter, Michael Day, Tanya Cannon, or Mia, whose surname I don't know. I've got nothing. You know what? We've got to do hot take or cold pancake, which is Harry's sign off. And you guys, yeah. So I'm conscious that we do literally have another podcast starting in 2 minutes. Harry, over to you.
It's a quick one, don't worry. So what I just say my hot take or
I've got no idea. We're winging it right now.
Okay, fine. And then you guys just got to say whether it's a hot take or a cold pancake. Fine.
Sounds good.
Here's my hot take or cold pancake. So last week, there was a large agency that came out with what's supposed to be a positive news story saying that they were cutting their employees' hours. Oh. And my hot take is just stop trying to avoid paying your staff minimum wage. These agencies, just pay them what they should, minimum wage. Don't cut their hours, just pay them. That's my hot take. Any thoughts? What? Take a cold pancake.
Is that a hot take? Chris, it's your opportunity to fight back.
I'm going to pass.
The splinters up your ass at the moment from sitting on that fence, you coward.
I don't know. I just like every one of us will have worked past our hours in our larger agency / corporate days, right? If you've got a valuation at 6 o'clock, you're going to do it regardless.
Yeah, no, I'd go home.
Oh,
no.
Wendy.
I was being sarcastic. I mean, seriously, you're not going to go home, are you?
I mean, fine, finish at 5:30, but
you won't finish.
If you're a motivated agent who wants to achieve, you're still going to do after hours appointments.
I mean, Harry, I think though you're really right to flag it, because why is there a PR piece about this? Like, why have you put this out to the press? Why are you trying to make out like you're good guys for just dancing around the back and not paying people who are in administrative roles that are probably not going to go do valuations at 6:30 p.m. They are on set hours. You're just dancing. Yeah, it's complete. I agree. It's a hot take. It's complete bullshit.
Yeah, great.
Damn it! I went the whole show without swearing.
Quick, get them in.
No, I'm trying to avoid it, actually. I'm trying to be a better human being, Amy. Contrary to what you may have heard. Okay, this has actually been fun.
Good fun, gang.
I really enjoy seeing 4 women attack Chris. I'm here for that.
Poor Chris.
Poor Chris.
We didn't even mention his haircut.
Oh, here we go.
I like it.
That'll get my time.
Thank you all for showing up, taking part, having fun. For the audience, for all 4 of you, which is basically us plus like one significant other, thanks for watching, listening, potentially enjoying. If you don't already, please like or follow or whatever it is, wherever you're hearing this, there's some button you can press. Press that button so you hear more about these shows and there's a bit of engagement and more people will hear it. Thanks, everyone. Let's say goodbye.
Bye.